Yo, this is Funky DL. I'm representing London, UK, and right about now, I'm live and direct and in full effect in Tokyo, Japan. I remember going to Japan in 1999 to do some recording with Nujabes, and he had mentioned that he was working with another artist named Substantial.
Similar to DL, I had already heard through Nujabes about like different people he was working with. He gave me the vinyl of People Don't Stray. I want to say he gave me that during my first trip there in 2000.
I took a second trip like the next year in the 2000 to record more stuff with Nujabes, and it was on either one of those trips. As I remember it, I think we went out somewhere, and maybe to a restaurant or something, I'm not sure. And I remember meeting Stan. I remember it being outside.
You were on the way out of the building as I was on my way in the building. And it was definitely Park Ave Studios, and when he had his studio set up there.
You know, that far back, specifically how we met. But one thing I know is that we met in Tokyo.
Yeah, for sure. In 2015, we had all kicked it in Tokyo and Osaka, and you know, we were just talking it a lot, and I felt like at that particular tribute, those batch of tribute shows, I really feel like DL and I, along with Marcus and some of the other guys, I felt like we bonded a bit more than we had in the past, and just had like, you know, a lot of great conversation, a lot of great laughs, and all of that. And so so when I was able to set up that tour in 2017 with Marcus D, I knew that, you know, we would be making a stop in London, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to London and not hitting up DL to connect.
You know, Stan and I we've collaborated, you know, on other recordings with P.R and Marcus D, and even on my album Black Current Jazz 3. But, you know, it's been few and far between. And so I felt like we could do something that was a little bit more, excuse the pun, substantial, you know? So I said to Stan, let's do something where you don't have to write. Let me not bog you down with like, okay, like just throw some acapellas at me, some stuff that you think is dope, because I think that I could put a different spin on that music.
So when DL reached out a few months back, you know, and pitched the idea to me, you know, it's before I even looked at my schedule, it was like, hell yeah.
I just knew that, you know, with the musical contribution from me, and, you know, the lyrical contribution from him and recordings that he's already got, we was going to be onto something that's going to be pretty cool. And so that's kind of how it came to be in some regard. And the title came later. We were kind of going back and forth on WhatsApp with different things that we could name the project. But I think we met in Tokyo. It was a really nice title to annex to the project, because we did meet in Tokyo, and also, you know, I think it's quite an intriguing title. It allows us to explore the backstory.
You know, as a producer as well, like I actually enjoy remixing projects more than I do like producing from scratch. Like I enjoy the challenge of it, you know what I mean, and all of that. So watching DL do it was just masterful, man. Like, you know, from him changing like the tempo of certain songs, and then finding like vocal samples and stuff that just happen to be in the same key of like different melodies. That he's no slouch with the bars, but with these beats, you know, he's also a master there too. So like, having the pleasure of, you know, just watching him work and seeing what my words have inspired like him to do production wise, like has been just amazing to witness and be a part of. So
Substantial was always there as the front person of this project, but also to support whatever ideas and challenges that I had. And that's what makes, for me, this project stand out. And I say that not to leave the music out. I was listening to gift wraps about 2 days ago, and I'm just laying on my bed and I'm blown away by what I'm hearing. I'm just like, this is, it just takes me to another dimension.
Listen, underappreciated, concealing my feelings while my lenses are becoming jaded from the straight and narrow
on this
path.
project, and the way that it combines with Substantial's artistry as a lyricist is enough to take you into another world as a listener. And so for me, it's not just the professionalism, but it's the creative specialism that we both have and both bring to the project that makes this project like no other that I've worked on.
Even though I kind of had an idea of what to expect from him, still, like, I'm hearing this stuff like, yeah, man, my guy's nasty, like, you know. And so, and especially when you look at how quick, like, we turned it around as well. Like, there are people who need months to do it. And granted, I didn't write the rhymes from scratch, but there was still like additional work that had to be done, and you know, and I tackled like the visual art because I have a background in design and stuff. So there was a lot that we still had to do, even though this is an EP. And to look at how quick everything turned around is just a testament to two people who know how to get work done when it's time to go to work.
When we met in Tokyo, Drops, people are gonna lose their minds. They're gonna lose their minds, because I think it's, as long as I've been around and Stan's been around, but it's about the combination and the chemistry of what we've done here, which has never really existed in this format in anything that we've done together. So that really makes me excited to release this project with Substantial.
I'm excited to see, you know, what the response is, because I know how much fun it's been working on it, and just being able to chop it up with my brother DL a bit more than we have. And, you know, I just know that, like, I feel in my heart that, like, the response is just going to kind of confirm what we already know, and hopefully inspire us to do more work like this.
I think the goal with any release that I'm involved in is for it to reach people who are really going to enjoy and appreciate it. The most important thing for me about making music is that the listener can engage with that creative experience and enjoy it as many times as possible. We, you know, entered into trying to make something happen, and we succeeded, and we completed, and we're ready to share that with the world.
Say less. Who am I to talk? Actually, I'm paid to do just that. Hit them with just facts. True, ugly as muskrats. Been in the lab, just cooking up tracks. Tight lip for a nice bit. This ain't a comeback, it's hung back. I'm Jai Tony with beats and flows instead of knees and bows. But there's no need to boast. Don't need my ego stroke. My track record's my interpreter. Good with supporters, y'all be thirsting for the worshipers. Namaste, I'ma play my role like Mahershala. No impact without an act. Get to working, bruh. Turn it up.